The airport, we're investing another $451 million in our airport. We did renovations, $184,013. We're putting in a parking system and we're upgrading the parking lots, and I'll talk about the parking lots just a little bit now. I'm excited to announce too, in our term, we spent $260,000 on the Rotary Trail. And we continue to push the Rotary Trail through. We've applied for a federal grant. The Rotary Club, I want to thank them, they've raised another $90,000. And we hope to get another grant from the federal government for $90,000. And that will put the trail then all the way through to the soccer center. So we continue to work on that. That's a very popular program. Capital spending by category, just to quickly round off capital. Of course, asphalt this year we'll be spending $4 million. On the pump stations that I mentioned, we'll be finishing that project off at $3.4 million. Now this is the one, you can start rolling. This is the one you're not going to like. This year we have no choice. We will close from 2nd Avenue and 15th Street, from that intersection to the bridge. We have pipes that are underground there. They're 114 years old. So we are tendering that project. One of the projects is that we're going to try to get them to work 16 hours a day. We can't work 24 hours a day because we do have seniors complexes and stuff in there. And it will be like if the bridge is closed. Because we are fortunate in one way that the pipes and everything are on the west side of the street. So that'll be the big day. That'll take us the longest project. So we'll have the side of them all open. We are coming up with a better signage program for the businesses that are there, and also for the tourists that come through. Our goal is to see if we can have, for long weekends, 2 lanes open going to the bridge and 1 lane coming home, and then reverse it on the weekend when they're coming back to get 2 lanes coming through and 1 lane back. So we do know it's going to be a problem, but we do have to fix it, and we've been putting it off. Those are the oldest pipes in the city, and they've served their time 114 years old. So there will be delays, and we ask for your patience, but it has to be done, because if we don't do it and it collapses on its own, it'll cause us quite a bit more problems. And our record has been it'll collapse in the winter, not in the summer when we can fix it. So we're going to do that. One of the other things that I'm excited about that we approved in our budget, in our capital budget, we spent $175,000, and we bought what we call an asphalt recycler. You'll notice when B&B mill our street in preparation for paving, that we have pounds and pounds, we call them chips. Well, this machine now will be fed those chips, and it's actually used for repairing potholes. And they claim with this machine that we should be able to do 4 to 5 times the potholes we can do today. And what I like about it, we're using a recycled product that we're taking on our streets. So I'm really excited about that program and attacking our streets. Economic development. Again, you know, we were hoping to make a major announcement. There is some coming. We just got to finish inking the deals. But again, we continue to have more land under contract than we ever have. And what that means is we signed letter of memorandums with developers tying up land to 6 to 1 year, so they can do their development plans to make sure it'll work, and at that time they'll purchase the property. So you can expect some more major announcements coming in 2015. One will actually be coming in the first quarter. And so I think what we'll do is, one of our projects are huge, the total chamber, that we're going to ask you all to assemble here to listen to these great announcements once more this year. Tourism and destination marketing, that is economic development. In 2014, you should have seen the calls I got in my office complaining that there's no hotel rooms available in the city of Prince Albert. Now, some of these projects were the Saskatchewan Winter Games, the Indian Winter Games, the Western Regional Mintos had the tournament here where they went on with Canadians. We had the Canadian Native Basketball Championships, over 70 teams, just built. And with that, I'd like to just take a little break from that, and I want to thank you. Because without you, the volunteers, and the sponsors, we would not have had lots of these events. In 2015, we're going to have 2 exciting big programs. A new one is we're going to have a large winter, we're going to have a large music festival this summer. So watch for the information, and we're also bringing back the air show. But again, these are not taken lightly, because we have to thank you again for your sponsorship and volunteers. Business license and development. Business licenses is probably one of the biggest shockers, because everyone is looking for me to get up here and to announce the $400-500 manufacturing plant. That isn't going to happen. If one of those things ever come along, the other two cities in our community will outbid us financially and that. But what's going to make us grow is within. And if you look within, I see Man Motors is here. Go by their building. Big renovation, big reinvestment in our community. Lakeland Ford, another big investment in our community. Leon's, another well-established thing. Major renovation going on there. And all these renovations mean more jobs, because as these local businesses expand, they need more jobs. Small business, I believe, is our backbone. You get a small business that brings 2 or 3 people working, that adds to our community. And talking about business licenses, in 2013, we had, at the end of the year, 1,396 businesses in our community. Today, we now have 1,614, up 12%. So congratulations to those new businesses that are here, because that's going to help us grow, because we are going to become the service and hub for Northern Saskatchewan. The other thing that is exciting for us is we always talked about housing development, condos, and that we have to get more in the market and we have to move forward. Well, we had a record year in that. In 2013, we had a $29 million investment that created 112 units. In 2014, 50 million for a total of 251 units. That's a lot for our community. So if you could give a big round of hand for the developers that are here, because that's who's doing it. They're being developed by private investors. Now we have a lot more streets and new developments coming on in 2015. Of course, one of our biggest ones is the Kayla project, but next year River Breeze is going to start up on the riverbank to bring another niche to our market that we're lacking. Our downtown, we're very pleased. If you go down Central Avenue now, we've got to thank the provincial government. The provincial government brought as a project to us the Main Street program. And over the last few years, the provincial government has given us $375,000 to assist in the new fascias. This year, in our budget, first time ever, City Council gave out of some of our revenue sharing from the meters $40,000 that will go into an account, and then we're going to work on that. So the next couple of years, you're going to see some major work happening. For anyone in the downtown, I'm giving you a warning. Once we're done with 2nd Avenue, our next major project is going to be Central Avenue. And again, unfortunately, you know how narrow Central Avenue is. It is going to be an impact. But I got to tell you, short-term pain for long-term gain. It has to be repaired, and when we do it, we're going to do street paving. We're going to consult with the downtown businesses on what that should look like and the redesign. So I'm excited about moving forward. I touched a little bit on the Rotary Trail. Again, you know, I have to thank everyone that's participated in the Rotary Trail, because that's an exciting part of our community. Now, I'm also today been tasked to make an announcement, and I'm very pleased to make this announcement on behalf of the Kinsman Club. So on behalf of the Kinsman Club in the city, I'm very pleased to announce that they are stepping up, and they are announcing today that they are taking over Save Our Waterslides campaign to finish off raising the balance of the money, so the Waterslides will reopen in 2015. Now another first, and I know you want to hear this, and this is important because this is one of the criticisms that we got in our decision to close the Waterslide. Our department will be bringing a report to council for approval. This is the first time ever on a facility that we're going to add a fee, a small fee that will be put in a reserve account that is not to be touched and will only be used in the future to repair and keep the water slides in shape so it will never fall to the shape it was in today.